Dave Meltzer is getting very, very confused in his old age. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling, but to be honest, we would argue that the guy's always been confused because this guy seems to rate like New Japan Pro Wrestling matches like 7.25 stars out of 10. Oh, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, they put my face on their tights and call their finisher the Meltzer driver. 60-year-old man, freak show. You know, in his jeans, him and his crew of like Wade Keller, Brian Alvarez, all those jobbers, man. And here he is, right? Now, of course, if you remember a segment for SmackDown about 10 years ago, of course it was supposed to be, you know, The Rock and Ronda Rousey against Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Now, that ended up going the angle, but the seeds get placed for that in a SmackDown of 2014 where they had like a backstage confrontation, right? And now all of a sudden, with these two jabronis, it's completely and utterly out the window because Dave Meltzer, for some reason, right, thought that this segment was like current day, which to me just fucking baffles me. How do you mistake a segment from like 10 years ago for current day? Also bear in mind that Triple H, right, had heart surgery. Now speculation as to why Triple H had heart surgery, I mean, it's still out there, to be perfectly honest, but at the same time, I mean, it could be anything. It could be the big CGA, if you get me, not Carl Johnston, for GTA San Andreas, that is for sure. Could be a bunch of numerous reasons for The Rock, or for Triple H to have that, but you know, Triple H is done. He's retired. He kicked off, was it WrestleMania 38 and announced his retirement. I mean, it's done. I don't want to see the guy put his life in jeopardy for the sake of some match against The Rock. Like, yeah, would it be great to see Triple H against The Rock one last time? Absolutely. But not at the expense of the guy's life. I mean, there's just so many other better scenarios that you can do. Like, I mean, the story is, I mean, I think if Triple H could go, they would probably do Cody Rhodes and Triple H against, you know, The Rock and Reigns. But for me personally, I would probably change it and put Austin in. If you were listening to our SmackDown review last night, like, why not do that? Why Stone Cold says he can go for another match. You know, he can never say never because if the story's right, he'll be back. Why not have Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? And Cody Rhodes against The Rock and Roman Reigns. You're getting The Rock against Austin at WrestleMania one more time. But again, it's like, but you can sit and turn around and say, well, I don't think they're going to do anything because, you know, Mania's not too far away and they've not really exactly done fuck all anyway. Because normally matches that magnitude, you know, built a wee bit in advance. Now, yeah, I guess this press conference happened early February, so I shouldn't exactly completely and utterly rule it out. But, you know, like Rock's seen, it's like a year build to it. And I think if they were going to do, like, I want them to do Austin. There's no signs that's even pointing towards it, but I mean, that's just my personal preference. I would much rather see Stone Cold Steve Austin teaming up with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, because then you get like two legends in the corner of each, like the current guy. And even, you know, but I don't even know if Austin had a lot of love for Dusty Rhodes. Maybe he didn't, maybe he did, can't necessarily remember, so that's the problem in that category. But Dave Meltzer, he's just getting a lot of things wrong these days. He got this wrong, way wrong. I mean, how the hell do you mistake a segment for 10 years? I mean, honestly, it would be like, you know, Benoit winning the 2004 Royal Rumble and him going with the news, oh, Benoit returned for the dead and won the Royal Rumble. Man, come on, not a chance.